My precious child, I see you scrolling again, watching everyone else's highlight reel while you're stuck in what feels like your blooper footage, seeing their victories while you're still fighting battles, celebrating their arrivals while you're still waiting at the starting line. And with every post you see, every achievement they share, every milestone they reach, something inside you whispers, you're falling behind. You're not good enough. Everyone else is winning while you're barely surviving. But tonight, I need you to understand something that's going to completely shift how you see your life. You're comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 20. You're looking at where they are now and measuring it against where you are now. But you have no idea what their chapter 1 looked like. You didn't see them when they were where you are. You didn't witness their struggles, their failures, their dark nights, their moments of wanting to give up. All you see is there now, their polished present, their edited reality. And you're comparing it to your messy beginning, your unfinished story, your raw, unedited truth. And that comparison is destroying you. It's stealing your joy. It's killing your confidence. It's making you question whether you're on the right path, whether you have what it takes, whether you'll ever be enough. But child, let me tell you what comparison really is. It's a thief. It steals your peace. It robs you of gratitude. It takes away your ability to celebrate your own progress because you're too busy mourning that you're not where someone else is. And here's the thing about comparison. It's never fair because you're comparing two completely different stories, different timelines, different struggles, different starting points, different purposes. That person you're jealous of, they had advantages you didn't have. They started years before you did. They had resources you're still waiting for. They had connections you haven't made yet. They had opportunities you haven't been given. But you don't see any of that. You just see their success and feel your lack. You see their achievement and feel your failure. You see their happiness and feel your emptiness. Stop it. Stop measuring your worth by someone else's accomplishments. Stop letting their timeline dictate your peace. Stop believing that their blessing somehow cancels out yours. Because here's what I need you to understand. I'm not raising you to be them. I'm raising you to be you. And your story, your timeline, your journey is just as valuable, just as important, just as purposeful as anyone else's. You think you're behind? You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be for where I'm taking you. You think you're failing? You're not failing. You're learning. You think you're stuck? You're not stuck. You're being prepared. Every person you're comparing yourself to had their own chapter 1. They had their own season of struggle. They had their own wilderness. They had their own moments of doubt and fear and wanting to quit. But you didn't see that part. You only see them now, after the breakthrough, after the growth, after the transformation. And you're comparing their after to your during. That's like comparing a butterfly to a caterpillar and saying the caterpillar is failing. No, the caterpillar isn't failing. It's transforming. It's in a process. It's becoming what it was always meant to be. But it needs time in the cocoon. It needs the struggle. It needs the wait. And so do you. You're not behind. You're in process. You're not failing. You're growing. You're not less than. You're just in a different chapter. And your chapter is just as important as anyone else's. Because your story isn't meant to be a copy of theirs. Your story is uniquely yours, written specifically for you, designed perfectly for your purpose. So stop trying to live someone else's story. Stop wishing you had their life. Stop believing that their path should be your path. Because I gave them their story and I gave you yours. And neither one is better or worse. They're just different. Now let me tell you what comparison does to you spiritually. It blinds you to my blessings in your life. When you're constantly looking at what others have, you miss what I've already given you. When you're focused on their gifts, you neglect your own. When you're obsessed with their timeline, you waste your own. Comparison makes you ungrateful, and ingratitude closes the door to more blessings. Because if you can't appreciate what you have, why would I trust you with more? Comparison also makes you competitive in ways that are toxic. Instead of celebrating others, you resent them. Instead of being inspired by their success, you're threatened by it. Instead of learning from their journey, you're jealous of their results. And that bitterness, that envy, that resentment, it's poisoning you. It's blocking your own breakthrough. It's keeping you stuck in a cycle of self-pity and victimhood. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Stop looking sideways. Start looking up. Stop focusing on them. Start focusing on me. Stop measuring yourself by their standards. Start measuring yourself by my standards. And my standard isn't perfection. It's not about being better than everyone else. It's not about having the most, achieving the most, or impressing the most people. My standard is faithfulness. It's about being faithful with what I've given you. It's about showing up every day, even when progress feels slow. It's about trusting my timing even when it doesn't match yours. It's about stewarding your own gifts instead of coveting someone else's. You want to know what success looks like to me? It's not the person with the biggest following, the most money, or the perfect life. It's the person who stays faithful in the small things. Who keeps going when no one's watching? Who trusts me in the waiting? Who celebrates others without diminishing themselves? That's success in my eyes. And that's what I'm looking for in you. So let me give you some practical truth about comparison and how to break free from it. First, remember that social media is a highlight reel, not reality. Nobody posts their worst moments. Nobody shares their failures in real time. Nobody broadcasts their struggles while they're in them. They wait until they've overcome, until they've succeeded, until they have a victory to share. So you're comparing your real life to their edited version. And that's never going to be a fair comparison. Second, celebrate others without diminishing yourself. Their success doesn't mean your failure. Their blessing doesn't mean your curse. There's enough room at the table for everyone. My resources are unlimited. Just because I blessed them doesn't mean I ran out of blessings for you. Third, focus on your own growth, not their results. Stop asking, why them and not me? Start asking, what can I learn? How can I grow? What is this season teaching me? Fourth, practice gratitude daily. Every day, list 3 things I've blessed you with. 3 things that are going right. 3 reasons to be grateful. Because gratitude is the antidote to comparison. When you're grateful for what you have, you stop obsessing over what you don't have. Fifth, remember that you're running your own race. Your lane is different from theirs. Your pace is different from theirs. Your finish line is different from theirs. So stop watching their lane and focus on your own. And finally, trust my timing. Trust that I know what I'm doing. Trust that I haven't forgotten you. Trust that your breakthrough is coming. Trust that I'm preparing something specifically for you that's worth the wait. Because here's what I know that you don't. What I have planned for you is bigger than what you're comparing yourself to. The blessing I'm preparing for you is better than what you're jealous of. The story I'm writing for you is more beautiful than the one you're trying to copy. But you'll never experience it if you keep trying to live someone else's life. You'll never walk in your destiny if you're too busy chasing someone else's. So come back to your own lane. Come back to your own story. Come back to your own journey. And trust me to write it beautifully. Your chapter 1 is just as important as their chapter 20. Because without chapter 1, there is no chapter 20. Without the beginning, there is no breakthrough. Without the process, there is no promotion. So embrace where you are. Stop apologizing for being a beginner. Stop feeling ashamed of being in progress. Stop comparing your starting point to someone else's finish line. You're right where you need to be. And I'm writing a story with your life that's going to be absolutely beautiful. But only if you stop trying to rewrite it to look like someone else's. Trust me. Trust my timing. Trust my plan. And stop comparing. Your story is just getting started. And it's going to be incredible.